Hey, Single Plane Academy members, we're back today to talk about the downswing. Now, in the last few videos, we kind of showed you the position of the backswing, getting from the address to position 1 to position 2, and then this top of the swing position, which to me sets you up for the downswing. So one of the things that you see in our instruction at Graves Golf is the process and the fact that we teach in the proper order. In other words, you want to get the backswing correct before you can make a correct downswing. And to me, I want to just reiterate that at this time because what you're going to see happen in the downswing is related to the position you set yourself at the top. So I'll go back to the top really quickly, kind of show you, what we talked about before, and then start moving into the downswing and explaining, in what's happening. The downswing is happening so fast that the stuff I'm going to teach you is something you have to be in the right position to achieve. That's why we're going to talk about it, but in essence, if you don't have the proper backswing position, you'll never be able to hit the proper downswing position because you're just already made the mistake prior to getting there. So we're going to get into that. So let's just go back to the top, from the address position to the top, and you're going to see, we talked about last time that from the top of the swing here, see how my hand, basically the arm is folding. So watch my trail arm as it goes up, it then folds, okay? So when it's folding, it sets the club at the top. I don't want you to consciously be hinging your hands. You're just folding the arm to the top, and you hit this nice top of position where the back of the hand is flat, even though you have this little bitty, maybe cupping right here, but just enough to get the club supported against that thumb and then the hand. So that's really what you're seeing in the top of the backswing position. Now, I want you to pay attention to my right wrist position there. I want you to see that right wrist position because watch what happens. I'm going to take you back here as we come down. Watch what's happening. See how my arm is already set? My right arm is already set. And watch when I start coming down. We're just going to kind of simulate I'm turning into the downswing. And you can see, look at the position of my hands. Nothing's changing. I'm just rotating my torso and the arms are now coming down. So notice that top position I set is being pulled. See how it's being pulled? I'm not doing anything active with my hands. I'm simply turning the body. Now, what I want you to see in that, and I ask this question in the golf schools a lot. I ask the question when look at this motion that I'm making from the top. So I'm here at the top of the swing, and I'm turning my body, so I'm stabilized, and I'm bringing the torso, I'm turning the torso, and it's pulling the arms. And the question I often ask is, am I moving my arms or are my arms moving? And the reason I ask it in that way is because when I am not actively trying to move my arms. I am not moving my arms. But as I turn my body, the arms are moving forward because of my body's turn and my shoulders moving. So yes, my arms are moving, but I am not moving my arms. So I want you to keep that in mind when you watch this motion now. So I'm at the top of the swing again, and you see my wrist position, and now my arms are moving because I'm turning my torso. And that's what Mo felt as a vertical drop, because he felt that when he turned his body, that the arms would stay in their position, and because of the tilt of the body, the arms drop down. So you feel the dropping of the arms from the rotation. You don't have to force the arms down. You got to be in that proper position, and then when you stabilize and you turn, the arms then drop down onto the plane. So keep that in mind, is that I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just simply stabilizing and turning. We talk a lot about that whole side bend element in the swing, where this is the side bend. That's a very important part of this arm coming down. So you're already in side bend, and now you're rotating, and then this arm goes into this hinge position, and then it can come down. So let's go to position 3 and take a look. We're at the top of the swing. You can see the top hand position, stabilization, coming down. And look at this position right here. This is position 3. Now, if there's anything that you could probably check here is to see, look at my right hand, how it's hinged. See, it's hinged back. My left hand again, that's the same position we saw at the top of the swing. Look at the club face being up and down, toe up to that plane. So see how you're seeing the wrist hinge? That's the same, watch this, that's the same exact position as the top. as position 3. That is the exact same position, top to 3. And my body is opening up, so now watch when I deliver the club. So here I'm in position 3. Watch when I deliver the club. Impact. Notice that as the club comes down to impact, it's just an unhinging of the hands as I turn, and my right wrist does not get fully straightened yet. So the key is the turn. So we're going to talk more about impact. I want to kind of identify how that's occurring, so we're going to go that. But remember, as I said before in the previous video, you've got to see this, you got to feel this stuff, you got to hit the positions, start at address, hit the positions at the top of the swing, and then you can start hitting the proper positions in the downswing, but get the backswing correct first, because that position you're hitting at the top is the exact same position coming down. You're just bringing it down with more turn. So one of the things we have to discuss, obviously, is the elbow position. That's a question I get a lot about, where is the position of the trail elbow in this whole process. And let's just look at it, because I think people make more mistakes trying to figure out the elbow thing than anything that I see, because they're trying to control the elbow, and it can create some serious problems. So I actually want to go back a little bit to the beginning of the swing and talk about the elbow, because everybody seems to get confused at the beginning of the swing and they create a rotation. So here's what people see, and we'll go back to the downswing really quick, and then we'll reverse the swing out a little bit. But I'll go back to the top of the swing, and you can see that because my hand does this, because my hand hinges, arm folds. So the elbow then gets folded, and then from that folded position, when I transition and come down, the elbow gets closer to my body. So the elbow gets closer to the body, and then I turn into impact, because my arms are closer to the body because of my turn. So you're going to see a folded elbow, it drops down, and then it turns into impact, and it stays close to the body. But I want you to know that the elbow is not close to the body in the backswing. And the reason I say that is because what I see people do so often is they see this really close elbow to the body, and they're like, oh, that must be, keep it close to the body. So then they try to keep it close to the body in the backswing, and it brings the arm into a rotation. You do not want the elbow riding the body in the backswing. Watch what it actually does. Because my hand's in this position, you actually have extension of that arm in the backswing, and then it folds up. There's the backswing, and then because of your side bend and rotation, the arm's close. So it's because of side bend and rotation that the elbow gets closer. There's where the elbow starts getting closer to the body, and then I rotate it into impact. So the key is the elbow does this. Let's just go through right hand and what's happening to it. So here we go. It's going here. See, it comes in a little bit. It folds up. See my wrist? Not this way for sure, but it gets hinged. Then watch the elbow. I'm going to look at the elbow now. Here it's coming down. See, it's still not against the body, but then right here it gets pretty close to the body, then it goes into impact. So it only really gets close to the body in this motion right there. Be careful with trying to force that elbow close to the body. It's a naturally occurring thing because you've created that, again, in the backswing. So when you create the position and I side bend, see, my elbow comes close, then I go to impact. So I don't even worry about my elbow that much. I worry more about body position, because that's adjusting where my shoulder and elbow go. So be careful with that one, because I see people make that mistake a lot. Now, if you're looking to master your game and become a complete single plane 360 golfer, we've just launched our new Graves Golf On Demand app. It's like Netflix for everything single plane. To get you more consistent, have more fun, gain longevity in your game, have confidence, and of course, shoot lower scores. Graves Golf On Demand is your coach in your pocket to build confidence in your single plane swing, short game, and putting, and it's available on every one of your devices. Click the link in the description below for the Graves Golf On Demand app and start getting the game-changing video coaching you need to become a complete single plane 360 golfer.